vision in the dark of the night. I'm playing Pac-Man, it's my second life. The joystick's in my hand, I'm unstoppable. High score secrets, I've got them all unlocked. Memories rush back like a time machine. Take me back to the arcade, where I spent my younger days. In the black lights glowing on a pocket full of tokens. Dance and groove to the beat, on the pixelated screen we meet. New wave melody playing loud, lost in the arcade, my heart is found. With hair and red fashion, we were all quite excited. Popping tokens in the cabinet, it's the thrill of the fight. We saved the world through pixelated dreams. We're the greatest generation with our faded acid jeans. Take me back to the arcade, where I spent my younger days. In the black lights glowing on a pocket full of tokens.
Welcome to our final session of day 3. And if you have not heard of Snorkl, we are going to take AI to the next level with championing student thinking with time-stamped video feedback. We have John Laban, one of the co-founders of Snorkl, joining us. Do I have a little echo? I think I'm
Not too bad. No, I took the banner off your face, so you're good.
Nice. Yeah, I have the two other. I've been dropping in on the other streams, so that's what's in the background. But John is a math teacher, instructor, and co-founder of Snorkl. He enjoys thinking about math education and helping students and teachers find those aha moments. John?
Yeah, thanks so much, Amanda, and thank you all for joining. I'm really excited to share Snorkl with you all here today, tell you a little bit about the platform, and show you how you can leverage this in your own classrooms and with your students in your schools. Snorkl started a couple of years ago when we were, my co-founder Jeff and I started talking about some rich ways that we could capture student thinking. Like Amanda said, my background is in the math classroom, and one of the things that I always wanted to be true of my class was that students were really deeply thinking, and not just class being about the answers, but really about how are we problem solving, what's our approach, and how can we grow stronger in that. And so Snorkl was born out of as a tool for capturing student thinking in really rich ways. We invite students to record using a whiteboard, and they can record their explanation, their response for any type of question. It doesn't have to be math. We certainly have a lot of folks who use Snorkl for math, but it could be a question about a reading passage. It could be sort of a general reflection. It could be a question for Spanish class. They record their thinking, and then we leverage that to give the student really personalized feedback, and then also give the teacher insights into trends from across the class. So
Yeah.
that's
And yesterday we were talking in another. I don't remember where we were, what session it was in, but using Snorkl for reading fluency. Like, you could probably use it for that as well. Just any content area, any question. But for those looking for a math solution with AI, this is your answer.
Fluency, but also especially comprehension, like asking comprehension questions about that text, and like, can kids take it a step further and go deeper and understand what's happening? And so, yeah, lots of really rich options there. I'm going to share my screen here just so I can do a little bit of a demo, and happy to answer questions along the way. If there's things that I miss here in the chat, if one of you all wouldn't mind shouting it out for me, that would be awesome.
Absolutely.
I'm just going to switch this.
There we go.
Great. So I want to show you a little bit of what the Snorkl experience is like for students, and then I'll show you what this is like for teachers. So students sign into Snorkl using either a Google or a Microsoft sign-in, and it saves all of their work, right? So they can actually build a portfolio of their work over time. We've got a number of teachers who have used it as a really rich collection for students to look back on, leverage in conferences and things like that. But teachers share an assignment with their student in Snorkl, and students sign in and they can open it up, and then it looks like this. It brings them to a whiteboard where they've got different tools to create a response. So there's tools obviously to draw and highlight. They can type out text and insert images or equations on this whiteboard to show their thinking. And then when they're ready for it, they press this purple record button, and Snorkl starts capturing their voice and what it is that they're drawing on the screen. So a combination of voice and visual here for them to express and explain and share all the things that they know. So I want to actually restart this recording and actually make a real student recording here showing how I might solve this math problem. This happens to be a 4th grade math example, and I'll show you some other examples from different content areas in a moment. But I'm going to make a recording, and I'm going to submit it so that you can see what happens after the student records. All right, so I'm press record. It says that we've got a rectangular frame here with a perimeter of 146 centimeters, and that the length of one side is 29 centimeters. So I'm going to label one of the sides over here 29, and the opposite side across from it must also be 29. 29 plus 29, that gives me 58 centimeters. And I'm going to subtract that 58 from the total of 146. 146 minus 58 is 88 centimeters. And I'm going to say that's the final answer. The width of this rectangle is 88 centimeters. Okay, I got it wrong, but I got to share my rich thinking process. There's a lot that was actually really good in my thinking process. I was pretty close, but that's the process for students. They record, they share their explanation, and then they press that submit button. And when they press that submit button, what happens is our AI begins analyzing the student's response and their explanation, and it's going to give them personalized, time-stamped feedback on their response. And what's really powerful and beautiful about this is students can record in any language, which means that for new to country students, it's a really rich opportunity for them to practice and get feedback. They can also get that feedback in their native language. And then obviously for anyone who's developing their English language proficiency, really rich opportunities to practice that English language proficiency. So it takes about 15 seconds, but then the AI provides this feedback. On the right-hand side, you'll see here, it says that I got it incorrect, right? I should have divided by 2 at the end, but I got a 2 out of 4 for my explanation. And this is one of the things that we think makes Snorkl sort of unique is we are praising and celebrating all the things that go right in our students' thinking, right? And so you see that first piece of feedback there, good job on correctly identifying that the opposite sides of a rectangle are equal and adding them together to get 58, right? Celebrating what our students are doing right and praising that, right? In the same way that a great teacher would in the classroom. I get another piece of praise there in that second piece of feedback, celebrating that I did that subtraction right, and that gave me the remaining 2 sides. And then this last piece of feedback, oops, you made a small mistake at the end. The 88 centimeters is the total length of the 2 widths, not a single width. What should you do with the 88 centimeters to find the length of a single width? So I get really rich personalized feedback. This is personalized to me and my strategy and my approach and the explanation I gave. If I had made a different mistake at a different part of the problem, it would give me feedback around that. Students can listen to that feedback read aloud to them. It's read in a nice, natural sounding AI voice. And then after they've heard and listened to that feedback, they can actually use that feedback right away, press that respond again button, and they can re-record and they can improve their response. And Snorkl saves all their work. So their original response is saved, their new recorded improved response is saved, and they can again get that feedback and keep growing. What we hear from a lot of teachers is they are really surprised and impressed by how often their students are re-recording. And I think that speaks to how powerful it is to get really personalized immediate feedback. You know, like that's the ideal, and that's hard to do when you have a classroom with 30 students. It's hard to sit down one-on-one with every single student and listen to their thinking process every day. But if we got a tool that can help us do that and do that at scale effectively all the time, there's a lot of really rich possibilities there. So a lot rich possibilities for student feedback and students practicing explaining their thinking, which we know is such a powerful skill. So that's the student experience in Snorkl. And I appreciate all the shout outs here. See a lot of familiar names: Rochelle, Larissa, Alyssa. Thanks so much for putting this in the chat here. I want to make sure if there's any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat and make sure I'll circle back to them in just a moment. I want to show a little bit more of what this all means for the teacher. This is not just student responses going into a black box of AI. Snorkl is a tool for instruction. And so on the teacher side, we capture all these really rich artifacts of our student work. And we again leverage AI to help the teacher make sense of it and to make it really meaningful. And so here you will see all my work from across the class. As students are submitting it, the AI is automatically categorizing into the buckets of correct or incorrect. It's affixing that label into the corner, showing how strong the student's response is. And then I can actually take my cursor and quickly preview what's happening in that student's video just with my mouse here. If I click on a video, I can open it up and I can look at that feedback that my students got. This one happens to be in Spanish. And on the right-hand side here, intentionally so in Spanish to support that student. And here's more feedback from the AI. I can review that feedback that my students get in from the AI, and I also provide my own additional comments and feedback to students, both in the form of written comments, but I can actually jump onto a student's canvas. I can annotate the work and say, like, great job labeling the sides here at the end, right, and attach that as a video feedback for my students. So really rich tools, again, around feedback. And then at the same time, we know that like the power for this as a teacher is figuring out like how do you support students and what do you do next? So all this really rich formative assessment data, we have this insights tab where we again tap the power of AI to actually analyze the class as a whole. And here is where the AI is providing to teachers, what are your exemplar responses from across the class? What are those really strong pieces of work that you might pull from to show a whole group or to display up on the board? And what are the trending errors and mistakes that your students are making, and who's making those mistakes? So you know exactly who you might pull for small groups or what you might need to reteach and address later. And so we're really providing that instructional insight for what comes next. I was a teacher for many years, and I know oftentimes I would do a lot of exit tickets where I would sit at the end of the day and I'd be sorting through exit tickets, trying to figure out like what I needed to address. And here we are harnessing the power of AI to do that work powerfully, automatically for teachers. So that's a quick overview. There's a few more things I'm going to show you here. I'm going to show you what this looks like in different subject areas. I want to show you how you can get set up and get started with a Snorkl account and how simple it is to create Snorkl activities. I'm going to pause right here and make sure that if there's any questions in the chat, I haven't been able to keep up with it, so I want to make sure I check that. Yeah, great questions here around pre-created content. There is some pre-created content in here, and I will show you that here in just a moment. I would say right now that is in the process of being developed. It is not comprehensive yet. There are some great getting started resources in there if you teach certain grade levels and subjects, but our goal really is to round that out and make that much more robust over the summer. We also make it super simple to create your own content really simply and easily. And so I'll show you how to do that here in Snorkl in just a second. Awesome. Yeah. Around a content library. Yeah. So we don't have a public library. So if it's not like that. If one teacher creates it, every teacher who accesses Snorkl can also access that assignment. But we do plan to release organizational libraries over the summer that will actually allow us within schools and within districts resources to be shared between teachers. So let me jump a little bit into this sort of teacher experience of how you get set up, and I'll show you a couple of different types of assignments in Snorkl. So this is what the Snorkl, actually, let me back up even a step further. This is the Snorkl homepage. You can find us at snorkl.app, snorkl.app. And if you come to this page, you can click sign up in the top right-hand corner. Signing up will allow you to create a free account. From there, you can get in there and experiment and try out Snorkl yourself with your students. We often find that for students to log in, a lot of districts have to enable Google Trusted Access. And so if that's something that you have any questions about, we're happy to talk with you about. We take students' privacy and security super seriously. It's something that has been important to us from day one. And we're actually really intentional about how we structure what we share with the AI and what we don't share with the AI so that student privacy is protected. Once you're in the platform, the homepage looks like this. And from here, you can create classes. Classes act as folders in Snorkl where you can share your assignments. And then the library, again, is where you can actually access some pre-created items. So example here, if we go into 6th grade math, there's a variety of pre-created 6th grade math activities, but it's also super simple to create your own. So I want to show you that process right now. I'm going to go to the library. I'm going to click create activity. And I'm going to give this activity a title. I'm going to call this physics. And I'm going to put content on this whiteboard. So teachers can open this up and they can type in their own content, obviously, and ask any type of question they want. Again, it can be math, it could be science, it could be an open-ended question that has a bunch of different possible answers. If you put an open-ended question in here, the AI is actually going to look for criteria, identify a criteria for success for how it gives feedback rather than just look for one specific answer. Again, I'm going to show you a couple more examples of that in just a second. But to create an activity, I'm going to actually drag and drop a screenshot here onto the screen of some material I was using for a different, maybe I pulled this off of one of my worksheets that I've created, and I'm going to press done editing. And now I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to push that enable AI button. What happens is the AI analyzes the canvas. It's going to figure out what was the question, what's the appropriate age level for that question. Is that a math, science, social studies, ELA question? And then it's going to develop an answer key for how a student might respond to that question. It's doing all that for me. We show this to teachers, and this is part of our approach is, again, we're not just having students send their answers into the black box of AI. We're actually showing the teachers, here's the answer key that the AI is going to use to look at and evaluate your student's response. And so as a teacher, you can press this use and edit button, and you can actually make adjustments to any of this. And so if there's certain vocabulary that you've used in class, or there's certain strategies that you really want students to be using, you can adjust that here in this AI expected answer box, and the AI will use that as guidance then for giving feedback to all your students. From there, it's just a matter of pressing that assign button. You can share it with your class, and it automatically generates a join code that you can share with your students and get them into the platform. Again, they sign in with their Google or their Microsoft account. They can see all their past work and any future work that you assign them. Those are the basics of the Snorkl platform. There's the ability to add co-teachers in Snorkl there. And I just want to make sure I show a few other examples from a few different content areas. So here, for example, here it might be how you might leverage this in ELA, right? So having students read this passage here, a couple of paragraphs, and identify how the author is using metaphor in the context of the passage, right? So it's the same whiteboard experience, but I can have students annotate this text here, and when they're ready, press that purple record button, and they can verbally share how it is that they see the author using metaphor here. You can do this at any level. We've got users all the way from lower elementary all the way up to freshman level college courses. And so there's lots of different opportunities to leverage this in different spaces. And here's an example of a question that's really open-ended. So this happens to be for a Spanish class, asking, students to share a story about encountering a famous person using past continuous tense. And so obviously there's a million and one different stories that a student might share here. And they do that same experience that we just saw demoed earlier with that math, where they press that record button and now they can share and speak their story. And that AI is going to analyze their response and provide them with feedback. So that's Snorkl. And it's been just phenomenal this year to see so many students in the platform and loving it, and hearing from so many teachers who are really excited to leverage it in their classroom. I'm really excited for all the things that are to come here this summer as we continue to build out that problem library, and a lot more features that are soon to be announced. There's some big updates coming next week regarding vision, and how we incorporate vision into the whiteboard to be a more prominent experience. And lots more to come. So I want to just make sure I check the chat here. I haven't been able to multitask at all. And so if there have been questions in the chat here, I have definitely missed them. So let me pull this up here.
Yeah, we definitely had some questions in the chat. Number one, my question is, do you see a library coming in the future from users, like a user library where people can search through lessons that are created? And then Bobby added on to that, maybe for districts, like if a district signs up, will there be a district library of content that was created for that specific organization?
Yeah, so the district option and the school level option, definitely. Those are two things. I think it's really powerful to be able to share with your colleague who teaches the same subject as you down the hall, or even a different building. And so those are things that we are working on and planning on releasing this summer. As far as just a general public library, I'm not sure yet. I think there's a lot of platforms that do that, and there's
Just questionable
messiness
content
to that too sometimes.
Yeah. I maybe like I would personally lean more toward vetting content.
Yeah.
Or if you see, even looking at the content and the lessons that are used a lot, or moving them into a public library, or having them submit for approval.
Yeah. Well, and one other thing I'll say is that all the content that's currently in our library, again, our library is still being built out and it's going to become much more robust. But that's all actually generated by veteran teachers. Like, we're not leveraging AI to generate that content. And our reason for that is, like, there's a ton of rich content involving graphs and charts and images that just AI is not quite there yet in generating, I think, for students at a curricular level. And so there may be a day, I wouldn't say that we would never use that, but right now it's being created by veteran teachers. So we're really excited to keep growing that and make sure that we provide some really high quality stuff as a getting started place there in the platform.
And then real quickly, I'm going to share my screen.
Yeah, please do.
I actually created or you guys created it. I'm just sharing it. So there is nope, not the right one. Snorkl. I have a million tabs open. Is that it? That's not it. Just kidding. Oh, there. Oh, it was the first one. All right. There's a week of AI reflection where you add 3 photos. I'm going to copy that activity invite again and put it in. Friday, we're going to be looking at all the completed videos and giving away more swag on Friday, because we really want you to take all week to attend everything and come up with your top 3 highlights. We already had, was it Hannah? Yeah, Hannah already completed it. She's the exemplar at the moment, but if you go in, you can see, we got 3 that are done. I don't know why this one says incorrect. I'm kind of curious, but it looks really good. Oh, Erica was a highlight. Erica pretending to be me. Erica, you gonna come back up here?
Oh, that's hilarious. Well, it's 2 years in a row, and we realize I can't introduce myself, run comments, but yeah, there's Amanda introducing me.
Yeah,
So awesome to talk about yourself.
That's a good hat. Why you're not wearing the hat tonight, Erica?
Oh, I got it right here.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I'm Amanda. This is my
yeah. When she wants to be a ginger, I guess. Yeah, so we've got that one, and then Hannah Kimball was the first one to complete it. So we've got her video here. Oop, I'm gonna go back. Wendy. Oh, nice. Uploaded 3 screenshots, and as you can see, we've got the video here. And then we've got other people that are in, so you can see your students that are in here that have started it but haven't finished. And then again, that insights where it groups everyone. Non-completion of assignment. These are people who have like entered as a student but not completed it. So you guys have time. And then one of my favorite things is being able to scroll over and actually read the closed captions as you're scrolling. I'm a faster like I don't want to listen to 49 videos or whatever. So I like to
Brilliant. Brilliant. There's
Yeah.
so much love here. There's so much love here for Snorkl.
Yeah. Yeah, so be sure to complete this for a chance to win swag. Jump on in there. And the ambassador program is open. And how cool is it that you get to be a Snorkl superstar? And I just posted
superstar.
Yeah, and Dustin, he's funny. He posted, he's like, I don't know why, but rock lobster popped in my head, and I was like, For me, whenever I think of Snorkl now, I hear ghetto superstar. Ghetto
Did you see what Dustin said?
Yes.
He said, Amanda, you have me thinking of Islands in the Stream.
Islands in the Stream.
I don't know if we have if any of our superstars are on the call, but I have been handwriting postcards to all of our brand new superstars. That
You are so sweet.
Soon in the next couple of days. So if you're not on the list yet, make sure you sign up.
I'm so excited.
Yep. And Bobby just said Snorkl is the best option, AI option for math as well. And gosh, if you guys think about a lot of people's fears with AI, that, AI is leading to plagiarism, AI is leading to that. We need to go back to the oral assessment. Snorkl is an AI solution to an AI problem. It is an oral assessment. It is assessing the process and the student thinking. It's not focused just on the product. And what I love is it doesn't mark something incorrect if they actually get it incorrect. It gives them points for that thinking process, for going through the motions of talking about how they arrived at that answer.
Yeah,
that's how I learned to teach math when I went to college. Is you grade based on, okay, did they do the process? Did they do this? The right answer was just part of the thing. So I know, and I know people know this, but it's powerful to see it with Snorkl. Thank you.
One last thing I'll highlight, I think, is again, students can record in any language and get feedback in any language. And so supporting new to country students, I know it can be really challenging. There's a lot of needs sometimes in classrooms. I don't know if you can hear it, but my Alexa is talking in the back.
He likes it.
She's telling me my reminders. Just the ability to provide students with that feedback in their native language, I think, is a really unique opportunity. And just to invite them to speak it naturally and get that feedback naturally is powerful. So
powerful.
And there's a hidden pixel asset somewhere on their page. It goes out. Yeah, I'll go ahead and give it away. It was riddle 1. I mean, you kind of gave it away when you guys reposted it. Like, y'all reposted your riddle, and I'm like, oh, Snorkl.
There's a fun
before I did it. We're brand new to social media here, so we have so few Twitter followers. I wasn't sure if it would make much.
No. It was great.
Follow us on Twitter. That was a special hint for you.
Yeah, there is a special hint for you, and somewhere in here is something that you will use in the digital sea. That's where it ended. So definitely close read their website. And all the sponsors' websites. We released riddles 5 and 6 today. Is that right? 5 and 6? Yeah, 5 and 6 are out there. So 6 of them are out. Add it to your digital scavenger adventure log, because we are all little, links wandering the wild of AI, the breath of the AI wild.
Oh my goodness. Here she goes, guys.
It's late.
Oh God.
Well, thanks so much for inviting us to share. And yeah, we'll hope
It's so nice to meet the people behind this incredible platform, and the fact that you're writing postcards. Like, thank you.
Very personalized, and it's a platform for teachers, powered by teachers. Will you guys be at ISTE?
Yeah, we will be at ISTE. Yep. And yeah, both my co-founder Jeff and I will both be there. We both started out in the classroom. He was a 5th grade teacher down in Las Vegas, and I taught high school math, and we've been friends for many years. But yeah, this has been our new exciting adventure.
Yeah.
I love it. Well,
here we go. They're back with the puns tonight.
Yeah, here we go.
So, at the end of the evening, the comments are flooded with puns, and I'm here for it. I now no longer feel like I have to tread water. I can dive right in. I think Snorkl will help give us some breathing room in the classroom.
Oh God, I'm a sucker for puns.
Oh, here's a pun for Erica. It has us breathing bubbles.
What did you say?
I said it has us breathing bubbles.
Yes,
breathing bubbles. Yeah.
Actually, I was actually thinking of doing something with Snorkl with the bubbles, but I shouldn't have said that until I did it.
Now you have to do it.
Believe me, that was where my brain went the second I started playing with it. I'm like, bubbles.
Bubbles. Yeah.
I have to find it somewhere, but we've got someone sent us an acrostic poem about Snorkl too. It was like students noodling on something. I don't remember what it was.
That's awesome. Yeah, tweet it out. Tweet it out for sure. All right. Well, thank you. That kind of wraps up our Snorkl spotlight. John, you're a superstar.
Thank you. You're all superstars too.
A superstar. So yeah, I relate everything to music. It's just what I do. So we are going to end tonight because School AI was the sponsor of the day. We're going to shift over to School AI for just a minute and look at some of the highlights and insights. Christy and Fobs, feel free to pop back up here. All right. So I'm not gonna Christy
can't hear you, Bob. Your microphone, Fobs. You sound out farm. It's only day 3, girls. We can't look at that.
All right.
Can you hear me now?
You put together.
Yeah. So I just came out of Latoya's session, and one of my favorite quotes from her tonight was, if you got a sad emoji, you better check on your babies. Because if you notice over here, these emojis will tell you like how they're performing. So if you don't have a smiley face, go check on your babies. We've got all of our peeps in. We've got 19 participants. How should we pick a winner, Bobs and Cloud?
Okay, well, I'm all about groups because groups today was like the mind-blowing piece of School AI. So, like, is there anything in groups that like we can see? Okay, is everybody like A?
Is anybody else?
We just have overachievers in here. This is gonna make it
are all amazing.
Wow.
AI enthusiasts.
Jolene. I just like Jolene's name. Let's just pick her.
Jolene.
Jolene.
No, she's awesome. She's been going to like all the sessions and she's amazing.
Her name is yellow. I think Jolene.
Yep. Jolene. So Jolene, we for this, we are doing drop ship. So we have everything through Printify. I don't have to go to the post office, which means you will get your swag.
Jolene.
Yeah. So tonight I'm going in and putting in all of our winners. So we got Jolene. Let's see.
With Snorkl, the ocean is your playground, says Dustin Rimney.
Let's see. I think. Oh,
we need a spinner in here, Fobs.
I know we need a little Figma spinner right there.
We do need a spinner.
I'm just gonna say I am not the goat, so I didn't even sign up for this. Whoever the goat is, please show yourself because it wasn't me.
Goat, reveal yourself.
I know y'all was thinking that I was going to be the goat.
I think there was a comment on goat earlier.
Unless King is out in the field like doing School AI.
Oh my gosh. Larissa, here, more puns. Are you drowning in puns? Yeah.
Never.
Yeah. Also, I'm going to pick Dr. Thomas Ho because not only has he been active, engaged, but he's also taken time to text me like on the back end to tell me how much he loves School AI, and he's been to sessions and hasn't been convinced to use it, but the sessions today motivated him to dig into it. So because of that, I'm going to pick him. So Dr. Thomas Ho, Jolene, and gosh, this is so hard.
Yes, Mr. C, School AI.
And
Hey, Jolene. Jolene. She's probably so sick of that.
yeah,
How many
probably.
times did that happen to you?
It's like Erica trying to wake me up at GATC singing Amanda by Boston.
Oh yeah, do you remember that?
I remember.
I knew you like a text.
I'm not a morning person. I don't respond
Like,
well.
I sang it like, yeah.
Loud. I think I grabbed the extra pillow.
You did, and I jumped on you. I got you up.
Yeah. All right. So Jolene, Dr. Thomas Ho, and who's my goat? Who's the goat?
I just want to know who the goat is.
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, are you the goat? She says I'm
Bobby.
the goat, but
I
who
think,
is
yeah, I
the
think it's
goat?
Bobby.
It's Bobby.
Bobby, that makes sense. And Bobby, this is good.
Bobby, are you the goat?
I didn't like that game last night. You didn't like it one bit. I got my accent back. Thanks, girls. Ugh, my Southern friends. With Snorkl, you can be sure of yourself.
Dustin, we got to hire you for marketing here.
Yeah, I think
John, are you taking notes? No, I'm still waiting. So these need to be like the fun Snorkl, like the off-brand T-shirts where it's like some silly image with a pun.
Yeah, I think that's a key.
Stickers.
There's a lot of possibilities.
Yeah.
All right. So email me if I called out your name as a winner. Goat, Jolene, Bobby's the goat. I think she just put
Bobby's
a
the
goat.
goat.
And Thomas Ho. So contact at theaiclassroom.net. Go to the swag store. If you go to weekofai.ai, go to merch. Tell me what you want. You get to pick one item from the store. You need to give me your address. I promise not to do anything nefarious with it, like swat you or anything like that. But yeah, shoot me what you want. Thank you guys for tuning in to day 3. And we're here for 2 more days. And then we have our encore with workshops on Saturday. So if you liked what Michael Hernandez had to say today about uncheatable assessments and you want to apply that through a literacy lens, he has an amazing hour-long workshop. EduGuardians representing. Erica's got something fun with Suno and Canva, making music videos. I have a workshop on Rosebud and creating Guardians of Tomorrow, a superhero theme. We got some superhero stuff going down on Saturday, but superhero theme chatbots for sustainable development. So what did I miss? Oh, and pedagogue.ai. That session's free. It starts at 10 a.m. They're an amazing tool that you need to check out. And that's on the Saturday workshops on the website.
I can't wait.
Thank you, everyone. And we're going to call that a wrap. And we will see you after school tomorrow at 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
It's 5 o'clock.
Oh, I thought I was going to say Erica's going to start singing.
Oh, I'm already starting.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks for being here and supporting.
And
Bye,
tomorrow
guys.
night, we'll have a game. We're going to come back with some games. And I promise to go light on the Mario trivia. So
I'll control it. I got
Does that mean we can have Farmville?
Yeah.
let's chat.
Okay, I'm not going to be here tomorrow, so it's got to wait.
Oh, that's right.
Oh no, I definitely think that's when we should do it then. Yes.
Oh, we should.
You don't even have a cowboy hat at home, so
All right,
you
we
gotta
can
fix
talk
that
about
Chris.
this later.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Hello and welcome to the Premium AI Strategy Accelerator, the ultimate program for schools, colleges and universities and businesses that want to lead in the AI revolution. Before you apply, let me tell you how this program works. Who is this program for? We focus on helping a hand-picked team of 6 to 10 change makers in your organization. And this elite innovation squad will become your internal startup, pioneering AI-driven solutions that define your organization's future.